What's up, guys? Welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. It is October 5th here in Cleveland, Ohio, and today is number 204 of our At Home Fitness programming. This is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys at home in gym quality coaching and workouts for your at-home fitness or garage gym needs. So we're getting the week off right here. This is what we're going to be hitting today on the old at-home fitness programming series. We're going to start with the third week, if you will, of our 1.5 rep bench press series. These are prescribed with dumbbells, and we are looking for a max effort -1 rep scheme, 2 minutes on the rest. Keep in mind, if you haven't seen the explanation of the 1.5 rep bench press or the explanation of the max effort -1, stick around. I'll talk about that second during the modifications and movement demonstrations. Second piece today is going to be a 9-minute AMRAP, 10 band, dumbbell would be interesting though here, 10 band face pulls, 20 wall balls, and 30 double unders, high intensity, except the face pulls. Those should be slow, under control. However, you should, with intensity, move right to your wall balls and get them done because you love them so much. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below the video here. Otherwise, stick around and I will go through demonstrations and movement modifications for you guys. All right, we are on week 3 of our 1.5 rep bench press to be done as RX with dumbbells. Remember, the big key points are here. We are looking for a max effort set -1, meaning we are not hitting that failure rep, instead stopping a rep before it, while ideally still increasing our reps over time, week to week. Control down, control up halfway, control back down, and finish that rep. All right, guys, to go over this again, our workout today is going to be a 9-minute AMRAP. We're going to start 3, 2, 1 with 10 face pulls with a band. Remember, focus those elbows straight out from the shoulders, hands, wrists up over top of the shoulders. That is going to pull our traps back together. Elbows too low here, elbows possibly too high here, but only if we can't get the full range of motion coming back like I am with these straight out elbows. Remember, that should be under control. I want you guys to take your time with the band face pulls, do them as well as possible. That is not necessarily a speed thing, but a strength and consistency thing. Now we're on to our wall balls. If you notice, I'm not obviously doing the full height of the wall ball. This should be going to 10 feet, but there just wasn't any way to video this cleanly for you guys to do them outside and the other 2 things inside. So I shortened this here for the sake of the video. I'm still, however, going to do 20 of these, even though I did, I believe, about 70 earlier today. Gut them out, do it for the gram, or the YouTube technically. So 20 wall balls, full squat. Remember, we're really focused here on hips into shoulders, and then we're going to pick up the jump rope for 30 double unders to complete the first round of our 9-minute AMRAP. Stay tuned for movement modifications. All right, guys, so let's talk about how we're going to modify the 1.5 bench press. So obviously, if we have a bench, we don't have dumbbells, but we have a barbell, we can still do the same thing. It's just going to be with the barbell instead of the dumbbells. So pretty obvious modification there. If we're looking at 2 kettlebells or a single kettlebell, or honestly even a single dumbbell, the idea is the same. If you were to be looking down on me sitting on the bench, right, knees are out to the side, I am going to set those shoulder blades back. I'm going to keep one of those arms out to the side, and I'm going to work through that 1.5 single-sided unilateral movement. No big deal, right? As we usually talk about when we do stuff like this, pick the side you think you're going to get the least amount of reps on, equal that out with the other side. If we don't have a bench or we don't have an easy way to conform those weights, what I want you guys to do instead of trying to do a floor press possibly is to do push-ups. So 1.5, same idea, same half range of motion, same full range of motion, just in a push-up position as opposed to a flat on the ground floor press position. All right, in which case we're going to set those shoulders back possibly a little more than we normally would on a push-up. I want you to be able to maintain shoulder positional integrity here, especially as you guys get to the top on push-up. Sometimes people round their shoulders out. Let's not do that here. I want you guys to try and stay in that mindset of the bench press. So it's going to be, I lower all the way down, I touch my chest, I control off a little bit, maybe think about 90-degree elbows, what we're looking for. I lower back down, and then I finish that rep, okay? So mechanically speaking, it's pretty much the same thing. Obviously, we're pressing body weight instead of pressing an external load. All right, so when it comes to modifying today's stuff, double unders, same thing it always is. Single unders, jumping jacks, we can toe tap, staying on the balls of the feet. We can laterally hop 2 feet at a time over a line, front, forward, back hop, however you guys want to do it, as long as we're staying on the toes, using the calves, working on our conditioning, okay? So the other 2 pieces, we have our face pull and we have our wobble. Obviously, I modified those wobbles down a little bit. That's something you guys can always do. Ideally, let's not bring it down that far, maybe just do a thruster with it, but get the idea. Now, when it comes to modifying those movements, if we don't have a band for the face pull, I still want us to do some kind of shoulder blade, posterior shoulder flexing, kind of fly type movement. So it can be a band pull apart. It can be a light dumbbell fly in a bent over position, for example. Okay. More than likely, if we have the equipment, we're going to modify that wall ball into a thruster, ideally a very light thruster. So theoretically, we could use the same dumbbells for both those movements. If we're looking at a single dumbbell into the overhead for the thrusters, or maybe even holding a kettlebell like that, you can always do a full kettlebell swing to get the idea of that movement. In which case, let's make sure we at least get something pulling in there, even if that means holding the object and doing something that looks a lot like a close grip T-bar row, if you will, okay? If all we have is a band, you guys can technically take that band and do thrusters still by going into a squat, stacking that band over the shoulders. We can always do, put it over the back of the shoulders, a good morning, behind the head press, maybe a push press, something along the lines if you want to do that. And if you have that band and you don't have an anchor, you can always do those band pull aparts.